This is Into the Fire.
I take enormous pleasure in welcoming Into the Fire, the hugely talented, the speedy, the line breaking runner with elite skills, Sandringham's potential early draft pick, Josh Sinn. Nice to meet you, Josh.
Thank you very much, Liam. Love the energy. Love it.
Awesome to have you on. Now, you've been held high in the draft rankings for quite some time. Do you follow the media talk? I know it must be hard not to at times, knowing that there are 4 interstate teams with picks in the top 10. How are you with the prospect of moving interstate if it happens?
Yeah, I think certainly it's quite difficult with the way that social media works right now, and since I think the way that the phone pretty much hears all the conversations you have, and since I'm a big footy person, obviously footy comes a lot up on my phone. So yeah, it's hard to avoid all the talk and whatnot. But I think for me personally, I do my best to avoid it. I'm pretty fortunate. I've got a really good group of friends around me and family that keep me quite level-headed and keep me on a good path. And yeah, I mean, I actually haven't looked into too much where all the clubs have all their draft, I guess, picks landing at the moment. But I guess the opportunity to go interstate is something that I guess people should look forward to, and something that I would look forward to as well. I think there's not many kids my age that can say that they've been able to, I guess, move interstate, play their dream job, and it's something certainly I don't know I'll embrace and really look forward to if that happens.
Yeah, definitely. Your run and dash is superb, and you're suited to a number of positions, in particular the wing, which is my position, just saying, but also the halfback flank, where my dad believes is the money spot. Every team cries out for a halfback flanker who can break lines. What is your favourite position, or do you want to push into that midfield eventually? As I noticed, that was happening in the NAB League.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually a great question. I haven't really been, I guess, set a position, especially this year, and it's kind of something that I really do enjoy. I think the unexpected nature of being, chucked around different positions and being able to adapt is something I like to, I guess, challenge myself with. And yeah, I think, the halfback flank is somewhere where I'm suited at the moment, just because I think with my leadership capabilities at the moment, I can help up players up the ground. And yeah, I mean, certainly could be a wingman like yourself as well. So, I guess the opportunity for me to play certain different positions is, yeah, it's quite exciting.
Yeah, it's an amazing attribute. Now, adding to all your wonderful attributes as a player, you're also the co-captain of the Dragons. So let's add leadership to your skills. You also captain Vic Metro's under-16 team. What makes you such a good leader, Josh?
That's a great question. I actually, me and Jacko, the coach of Dragons, we do joke about how I was captain in 16s, just because I guess I wasn't really that involved heavily in all the games heading in the lead up to Metro, because I was away on a school trip. But it's something that I guess I've grown into a little bit. I've always been the captain of my junior team in the day, but that was a pretty simple, a little rev up before the game and not much else to do. So yeah, I think something that I've really enjoyed being able to be a leader, especially this year with Derby. He's helped me a lot, being a whole year older than me and being a captain of Dragons 2 years in a row. So he helps me a lot this year as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, in 2019, you're Victoria Metro's captain, won the title and was selected on the halfback flank in the All-Australian team. What a year, hey? Was it now you thought this could be what I do as a career?
Yeah, certainly. I think I look back at my journey throughout, I guess, football, and it was always an up and down, I guess, kind of journey. I played A's pretty much all through school, and then went through a bit where I played a bit of B football as well. So, but yeah, I guess once it all started to click, which was, I guess, that 16th year, I guess it's when I started to, I guess, put more energy and time into football, realizing that, yeah, I can, I guess, make a living out of it. And yeah, I guess the prospect of becoming an AFL player just becomes, ever so, I guess, more positive, and it can actually happen.
Yeah, it must be a big honour to have all those achievements, though. Big year.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, it's nice to get those sort of achievements, but I think everyone, it's nice when that happens, but I think at the end of the day, we want to get our name called out on draft night, and I think not too many recruiters look too far into all the stats and stuff, more so the footage and the way you play and all the effort you show.
Yeah, well, you definitely get drafted. Okay, so let's brag about you for a minute. You run like the Flash, break lines at will, have a penetrating kick, elite skills, can play numerous positions, show great leadership. You have a nice height and are as athletic as a superhero and love the big stage like a rock star. Sign the boy up now. As you can see, I'm a big fan. So with all the attributes you have, what are you looking to improve on?
I think certainly, well, thank you for that. It was actually very
All
nice
good.
of you.
My
But
voice is a bit sore after that now.
no, I think that was actually very nice. Yeah, I think for me, I'm still working on, my endurance base, just trying to get that up to AFL standard to push my case for round one next year. And yeah, still working on my contested game as well. So there's a lot to learn, I guess, as I get a bit older and I guess have more opportunities at hand. And certainly, still improving everything that I guess seen as my strengths at the moment, because got to keep making them as best as possible.
Yeah, there's always something to work on. You did a struggle with a hamstring injury a little while back. I've never had one before, but by all reports, they aren't the best thing. You also had a lot of growing pains. Well, I've never had those either. So, how's it all, mate? And are you injury free now?
Yeah, I'm completely injury free now, back to full health. I've had about 3 weeks of, I guess, full running back now, which is really positive for me. And yeah, I think the hamstring injury at the time, it felt just like a little cramp. It didn't feel too bad at all. And yeah, I thought I was going to be right to play in 3 days, but yeah, I guess I woke up and yeah, was really stiff getting out of bed, could barely like straighten my legs. So that was a bit challenging at the time. And yeah, I guess the beauty of it is I've gotten to know my body a lot better than I guess a lot of other kids have had to do so far. So yeah, and being injured, it sucks at the time, but it opened so many opportunities for me. I was able to, I guess, be more heavily involved as a coach with Dragons, doing a bit more opposition analysis. Worked hard with Jacko, just just I guess helping him in the coach's box as well. So for me, it opened so many opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I was still fit and healthy.
Yeah, it's awesome to hear that you're injury free now.
It is. It's nice.
Yeah. Now, you must be more than a little disappointed that the NAB League closed down because you were killing it. What have you been doing during this nightmare of a lockdown in Victoria? You guys can't take a break.
Yeah, we've been pretty unlucky with all the lockdowns and how it is. But I think we were in such a fortunate position that we did actually get numerous amounts of games, which we weren't able to do last year. So I think being grateful to at least be able to go out there and play was something that I'm pretty grateful for. And yeah, during this lockdown period, it's been pretty challenging. I'm studying uni at the moment, so I've knocking out a bit of uni here and there, and yeah, just keep training. I've been injured for a fair bit of this lockdown, so I haven't actually missed too much football, but I've been able to get on top of my rehab programs and really push a case to well, at the time we thought we would get out of lockdown, but yeah, just working at my body at the moment, trying to get myself ready for combine in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, COVID sucks, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, definitely. It says you put on 13 kilograms last season. How did you do that, mate? I need the tip. Lots of macas. Seriously, is a lot of size to put on? What tips do you have for, let's just say, some little skinny blonde hair kid I know?
Yeah, definitely not the macas. I haven't actually
No?
had macas in a long time. It's yeah, I mean, for me, I was I was in a really fortunate position with my family, just to be able to buy a gym and have it in home, just because the way lockdown was working. And yeah, there was plenty of times that I went down to the supermarket with mum and load up the shopping trolley. And for me, it was more so my diet, just eating really good foods. And like, yeah, it was something that I really just took on by myself. I didn't really have anyone guiding me on terms of how much I should eat. I kind of just set myself out there. And yeah, I mean, like, if you want some little tips, it'd be wake up a little bit earlier, sneak in a meal, I guess, because you're awake for longer. So sneak in a meal earlier in the morning, and and also having one, like, yeah, but before you go to bed as well. So, but yeah, just it's about, I know I was just really consistent with the way I ate, and I kind of, I kind of perfected it to the sense where I put on weight so rapidly.
Yeah, those are good tips. Now, you also ran the 100-meter at school in 11.3 seconds, breaking the Xavier school record. That is elite, mate. Did you ever think of doing athletics seriously? Because that is fast. I sound like your manager in this interview, don't I?
Yeah, no, you're doing very well. You're pushing a good case, Liam.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I always did junior athletics throughout most of, well, pretty much since I was 6 years old, but I was never really like that quick. I was always in the relay team, but I was like the slowest in that relay team. So yeah, but I guess it wasn't really until, that under 16s, under 15s period where I started to, I guess, grow into my body a bit more. Yeah, and I managed to pretty much shed 1 second off in my 100-meter time in 3 weeks, which I still don't understand how that works. But
Yeah, that's
um,
amazing.
yeah, like I mean, I don't really enjoy athletics that much. I kind of only really did it because Xavier, our school, does a really good job of an end of season carnival. So I guess that was the only real motivator for me to do it. But other than that, nah, I just want to stick to my football. It's much more enjoyable being successful in a team rather than just being good at something by yourself.
Yeah, I actually did used to do athletics, but I wasn't great at it. I was all right. I like the
That's all
hurdle.
right.
The
The
hurdle.
hurdles. No, I can't do
The
the hurdles.
100-meter. Those are my favorites.
That's good. Speed man.
Yeah. Now, you said you have 5 goals on the whiteboard that leading to being drafted. Don't mind telling me what they are, do you?
I'll give you a couple. I mean, a couple have changed throughout the year just because, yeah, like I haven't been able to achieve. One of them that I had to rub off was just getting through a year without injury, which was short-lived. But I know for me, I've kind of changed. Like instead of having 5, I split more up into just short-term and medium. And for me, I guess during lockdown, one of my mini goals was just, supporting all the people around me, especially at the Sandy Dragons Football Club. Lockdown, like, I guess, impacts people in many different ways, and the prospect of actually coming back and playing football at the end of the season was still alive back then. And I guess as a leadership group, Darby and I decided that we wanted to keep in contact with, I guess, all the players quite frequently. So that was one of my goals. And at the moment, I've actually just got getting my rehab done, and just staying fit and healthy, and just keeping a positive outlook on what's to come. And yeah.
Yeah, nice. So you're also smart doing business and finance in university. Maybe you can be your own manager, mate. Is there anything you can't do seriously? Do you sing and play the guitar?
Nah, I can't sing. I cannot. I also cannot play the guitar.
Can
I
I
used
ask
to be
if you can
pretty.
do a little verse for us?
Nah, I think that's all good. I'll pass on that opportunity. But no, I mean, there's heaps of things I'm not too flash at. So, but no, like uni is such like an important thing that keeps me busy. So whether that takes my time off, I guess, football, and it's football can only last so long. I think the average career is like 4 to 6 years or something. And then if you go beyond that, you're one of the best players in the competition. So for me, it's always having something, I guess, a backup plan. So yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to have a backup plan. You're good friends with Bailey Smith. Everyone loves him, and rightly so. He's an elite hard worker to go with a great player. How has he helped you over the past couple of years of getting ready for the draft? Has he given you any tips on how to keep your hair soft and flowing?
Yeah, I think certainly yeah, he's been such like I guess he probably doesn't or he's a bit of like a role model in the sense that like things that he does I can like pick apart and really work on myself. I think little things such as watching how successful he's been at just getting the basics right. That's something that I've been able to take on board from him. And yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me, like from him, is just like he hasn't blown, like his head hasn't blown up just because he's an AFL player and he's becoming one of the best players in the AFL. Like he still, looks out for me, even asks me questions about what's going on in my life and stuff. So he's really quite balanced in that sense now. So, but other than that, just like work rate, it's something that he idolizes himself on, and it's something that's a lot of people should really take on board, because talent can only get you so far, and effort can push you that much further. So yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like a legend of a guy. You played in the Futures game against Geelong, and it's fair to say it wasn't exactly the result you would have been looking for. You weren't your usual damaging self, but that's understandable playing against the bigger bodies. What did you take away from that game?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that game probably wasn't the best game, but I think just being able to like watch how different players, elite players play the game, that was something that I really took on board, being able to see how quick their transition is, and reaction time from A to D, and also just voice and leadership. I mean, they were a team trained pretty much all preseason together, but still they were really quite vocal. And I guess something that's, I tried to take into the Dragons, just being loud and really supporting one another.
Yeah, sounds like an amazing experience. Well, Josh, I could seriously talk to you forever, but just a couple of quick questions before we finish up. So let's find out a bit more about you. What AFL player would you say you play most like?
Oh, maybe Lockie Ash.
Lockie Ash, yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
If you had to play a different sport, which one do you think you would do best in?
Track and field. Probably, track and field, something around there.
Yep. Thing you like to do most in your free time?
Catch up with mates.
Yeah, that's good. How good a student are you?
For out of 10, probably a 7 out of 10.
7? You're a B rank, maybe? A rank?
Yeah, a bit of a B rank, B plus if I'm lucky.
Right, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Well, Josh, I think I've summed up that you're a player of the future, and a player who will be ready for the big stage in no time at all. So when you get there, mate, under the bright lights, you want to be a star, like your mate Bailey Smith. There is only one way to do it, and that's kick a massive goal, and then have a celebration to back it up. A lot of pressure, really. So I'm going to help you out with the greatest celebration of them all. Use this, the Into the Fire.
Oh, bloody oath. That's an awesome one.
Nice.
Thank you very much for that, Liam. I like that. I will pull it out. I play half back. I don't kick too many goals, but if I do, I'll whip it out for you.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. Maybe you're like, get the old mullet involved.
Yeah, I'll bring the mullet in there as well. But no, that was awesome. Thank you very much, Liam, for that. Love your energy and love your work that you're doing. It's awesome. Good job.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome chatting to you, Josh. You're a great bloke and a great player. Good luck in the draft, mate, and I can't wait to see your name get called out.
Thank you very much, Liam.
Awesome to chat, buddy.